foreigners are swearing at us in our own country. I mean, they've been telling me to my face that they're going to kill me. They've been saying to my face that the police are in their pockets. Like right here, right? I'm sitting here with a list of close to 100 parents who don't have a spot in school. And this school here says that they're full. All these parents have been applying since last year, some of them early this year. And the answer that you get is that the school is full. And I asked one question. I'm like, as a principal of a school, how do you decide that a child that is from Nigeria, thousands of kilometers from here, deserves a spot in a school over a South African child who has no other option, who can't go to another country and claim that they are a refugee or an asylum seeker? The only home that they have is this country. It breaks my heart to see this and to see that we have a government that really does not care so much about their own people, that we have been standing here since yesterday, Pila. The principal of Addington didn't come out to meet with us. All he did was say that the school is full. He didn't even take a minute to come and engage with the parents. Now we're getting sworn at by these people telling us that their children have a right to an education. They are all African. So it's our children that mustn't get a spot because we are all African. What about South African children? What are our options? What are the options for a South African child who has been sitting at home because we've got a parent whose child has been sitting at home since last year because she didn't get admission here? Then we've got another parent who they sent on the other side of town. She says, I can't afford to take my child to the other school because it's too expensive. Is the Department of Education going to subsidize those parents who have to take their children to other sides of the country, of the city, because they can't afford? I don't understand. What is the thing about foreigners that our government feels they need to cater for them so much that they need to compromise their own? This is the future of this country. Yeah. These are
I'm in disbelief, to say the least. I'm in disbelief because what happened today, the first day of school in South Africa, how South African kids have been sidelined, systematically sidelined by the government along with African immigrants who call themselves Pan-Africanists, and yet the suffering of South African parents and kids, they feel nothing for the people, the locals, the natives of the host nation that has given them hope. They ran away from their countries because they fear their governments. They've come to South Africa to terrorize our people, to take opportunities away from our people. And not only were they overcrowding our healthcare, public healthcare facilities that the citizens pay tax for and that the citizens are entitled to, now they're overcrowding our schools. And the government and NGOs are turning against South Africans, calling the police on South Africans who've been waiting, who've already registered online and have been rejected, who've been waiting for placements in schools in the areas that they live in, and they're being either rejected or being sent to schools that are 19, 20 kilometers away. This is a continuation of apartheid. This is a continuation of apartheid. Apartheid has not stopped. The system of apartheid has not stopped. Black South Africans and natives of South Africa are still being oppressed in their homeland. The only difference is that they changed the faces behind the oppression. Now it's Black South Africans who are part of the ANC, EFF. Obviously, we know the DA, along with African migrants illegal foreigners who call themselves Pan-Africanists, who say we are all Africans, but that don't care. They don't care about the future of Black South Africans. They are so proud of themselves to be oppressing South Africans in their own country, talking about it's one Africa, Africa's for everyone. Yet South African kids have no place to go. These same parents that are calling themselves Pan-Africanists, these Africans, they don't care about South African kids and the future of South African children. That is xenophobia. What else could be more xenophobic than that? So South Africans must continue to suffer at public hospitals, must continue to suffer in the schools in their own country, their own schools. That is xenophobia, to come from your country to come and oppress Black South Africans, even though Black South Africans have asked time and time again, respectfully and repeatedly, stop coming to South Africa because you guys are taking opportunities away from us. Why? Because the government is assisting foreigners. This is a globalist agenda. The globalists are behind all of this. It's happening all over the world systematically, forcing this integration, forcing cultures to be replaced, populations to be replaced, demographics to change in order to usher in the new world order. We are watching power being centralized in Africa. This whole African unity, Pan-Africanism thing, you guys don't get it. You don't understand that they're trying to centralize power across the world. Instead of allowing our cultures to thrive individually, they're trying to amalgamate, combine, weaken our cultures and our cultural identities to allow for power to become centralized. That's the only way they can achieve the one world government, one world religion, one world currency, basically one world identity, where we will be ran by AI. You morons, you stupid people don't understand. You African immigrants that are coming into South Africa making demands, you don't understand how you're being used as pawns. You have no idea what's coming. You were supposed to face your own government back at home and fight for your rights at home. But you won't do it to Tinubu because you know you will get killed by the police and the military. You know there are terrorist groups that kill their so-called fellow Africans ruthlessly. Here in South Africa, we're very diplomatic. We try to speak to people, we try to reason with them. In other countries, you get killed instantly for protesting. Yet the narrative that they've championed and that they're running with the South Africans is xenophobic. That narrative has caused so much destruction, not just to South Africa, but to the whole of the African continent, because African migrants are so desperate. They don't understand how they're being used to centralize power in Africa and give it to the globalists. The same people that are oppressing Black South Africans today are going to be slaves tomorrow under this system. They don't get it. You think you're selling drugs and making all of this fast money, that's going to somehow liberate you or give you freedom because you have access to fast money. You have no idea what's coming. You got no clue what's being planned for you. These people are enjoying because they were fed propaganda that South Africans are xenophobic, which is a complete lie by the globalists. Look at the news anywhere in the world around immigration. When the natives or the local people push back against the NGOs, the George Soros, and the government that's trying to enforce these invasions upon the people, they're immediately called racist or xenophobic. That's the narrative. It's the same thing everywhere, all at the same time. It's not a coincidence. South Africa is one of the most developed countries in Africa. And they've used African migrants to eliminate Black South Africans. Yet the media will report that it's the Africans that are being killed by South Africans, which is utterly untrue. The crime in our country, majority of it, it's been confirmed. 60% of it is being committed by foreigners, not us, not locals. You know, the disappointing thing was to see Black South Africans protesting on behalf of foreigners, fighting the battle on the side of foreigners so that foreign children can gain access to education. And they say, oh, every child has a right to education. What about South African children? They don't have a right? It was shameful to see Black community members speaking in vernac, fighting on behalf of foreigners in South Africa. I mean, why? Just because they're dating foreigners. These people have been bewitched. A spell has been put on them that has made them treasonous, has made them turn against their own culture and their own people to side with the oppressor. And the oppressor is not about race. It's not about race. Africans sold Africans into slavery. That's why I told you I don't believe in race. Race is not a real thing. It's just been created to cause division and separation. Cultures are real because those are self-generated. We made those ourselves. Our cultures are, our indigenous cultures are real, and they're being completely eroded with the assistance of globalists and ignorant African migrants that are too desperate and hungry for money to understand how they are actually destroying this Africa that they claim that they want to unite. I'm utterly disappointed. I'm gutted. I can't believe the images that I've been seeing all over social media of what has been happening all over, all around. In the area where I live, we haven't had that particular problem. But I know sooner rather than later, it's coming to our doorstep. We're dealing with other municipal issues in our area where we're fixing things ourselves. We're on the ground fixing things ourselves because we're not getting any services from the municipality. Nothing. We've become a government unto ourselves. We're running everything. We're giving money towards our own initiatives and we're getting things done by ourselves. But it's been shameful to see what's happening in Gauteng, Western Cape, KZN, and how the government has turned on its own. And I keep telling you guys, the government is not there for us. The police are not there to protect us. The military is not there for us. They're there to control us and keep us in our place while the globalists do what they want. These governments are running countries on behalf of the globalists, the global elites. They don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about our kids. They don't give a damn about our futures. And what I'm seeing from South Africans is a resignation. You guys are cowards. We have a beautiful country with every single resource, and many people are jealous of us and want to be in our position, and they're willing to kill us for it. Foreigners were bragging today how they're bribing officials, bribing principals to put their children in these schools. They were saying proudly and boldly that money talks, money talks, money talks. That shows you the level of corruption in these so-called Pan-Africanists. That they know what they're doing is wrong, but they're hiding behind the xenophobia narrative to oppress Black South Africans, using money and corruption, bribery, the things that collapsed their own home countries. They've brought that culture here to South Africa, and they think they're going to get far. These people are so short-sighted. The same thing that destroyed their countries and forced them to run away. Now they're doing the same thing in South Africa, and they think they're going to go far using those methodologies of bribery and using money to try to get ahead. Why don't these, I'm talking particularly Nigerians, they refuse to learn. Nigerians refuse. They have a mental deformity. They can't learn. They can't understand that if you keep perpetuating the same actions you did in Nigeria, you're going to create the same problems wherever you flee to. And you can't blame your government. It's you, the people, are the problem. Your mentality. All you do is destroy and bring corruption and failure. Nothing these people are involved in succeeds. Because corruption is the order of the day. Greed and money is the order of the day. They sell drugs and traffic African children. But the same people will talk about, stop being xenophobic. What is xenophobia then? Is it not hatred towards Africans? Then why are you guys bombing your fellow Africans? Why are you guys selling drugs to them? Why are you guys trafficking young girls? That is the height of xenophobia. But there's a narrative that's been put in place by globalists that Black South Africans are xenophobic, which means that Africans can get away with doing anything and will never be labeled xenophobic. No matter how atrocious or heinous their crimes are, they get away with it. Because they say, oh, crime knows no nationality. But let a South African do something, then it's automatically xenophobic. It's a narrative. It's not true. It's not real. If it were real, these Africans wouldn't be flooding into South Africa the way that they are. They're all manipulating our system and hiding behind this tag of xenophobia. It's shameful. Shameful. And the fact that you guys don't want to fight South Africa. Don't you remember the youth of 76? You know how many people died with no weapons? They had no weapons. They fought. They resisted. They withstood. Many people died. But you guys are hiding behind your comfortable 9 to 5 jobs in the middle class, thinking this thing is not going to come to your doorstep. It's coming for you. It's coming for you. You guys, do you want to become slaves in your homeland? Because that's what these foreigners are here to do. All of them from all over the world, but especially the African ones, because they're filled with so much hatred and envy and jealousy towards Black South Africans. Why? Because they failed to develop their own countries. And when they look at South Africa, they look at what their country could have been, and they're jealous. So they want a piece of what we have, and they're willing to get it by any means necessary, even if it means collapsing the country just so they can have a piece of it. That's how backwards these people are. The scenes I saw today, South Africans, if you don't rise up now, I'm telling you, guys, this is not business as usual. This cannot go on. It cannot be business as usual. The country must burn now. The country must be, I'm talking shut down everything, every main road, shut down the N1, shut down schools. Everything must be shut down immediately because we cannot go on like this. If you care about the future of this country, I'm telling you guys, you cannot turn another blind eye. Today is the day. Everyone needs to hit the streets tomorrow. Shut down every school, shut down every road, shut down everything until the government responds and we hold them accountable. They're not going to continue to ignore us and pretend like the crisis and the invasion that's taking place is not happening. They want to gaslight us into feeling or thinking that it's not taking place by ignoring it, knowing full well what they're doing. Leon Schreiber, the Home Affairs Minister, nowhere to be seen. He's overseas making passports for other foreigners that ran away from South Africa. Nowhere on the ground, nowhere to be seen. This country is being ran down and being destroyed deliberately. It's a syndicate. They want to bring South Africa to its knees. They want to basically genocide Black South Africans, erase them, get rid of them, and replace them with cheap migrant labor. And Africans have volunteered to destroy South Africans in order for them to get a piece of this pie. Little do they know that they're just being used as bait, these stupid morons. But they'll jump at any chance to sell their brothers out into slavery. Not even their brothers. We're not brothers and sisters. We don't know these people. But they'll jump at the opportunity to sell anybody out just for a little bit of money. Absolutely shameful. I'm disgusted. South Africa, it's not business as usual. If you don't stand up now, I'm telling you, these foreigners are waiting for the opportunity to be the new oppressors. They've been waiting. They came here to this country with that intention. And they will not be merciful towards you. I'm telling you, we've been so merciful towards them. They will not be merciful towards you because they're filled with hate and jealousy. If you don't stand up now, I'm telling you, some of you want to wait and find out. So be it. But for those of you that care about your country, I always say take care of your neighborhood first. Take care of your town, your city, your area, your neighborhood, where you're from. And start organizing to mobilize. Organize to mobilize. It's now or never.